Hello, my name is Lisa Finn, and I'm here today to do a parent training for you on a concept that's really important because it's going to help you carry over some of the things your child is most likely learning in their classroom at school to your home environment. So I'm going to share my screen with you, and then we will get started. Expected and unexpected behaviors. The learning goals for this training are to define what unexpected and expected behaviors are, and also to explain how your child is being taught about expected and unexpected behaviors at school, and provide tips for carryover of this concept into your home and the community. So I wanted to start off just by talking about being direct and how it helps most of our kiddos really learn. This is a picture of Temple Grandin, who is really a main face of the autism community, but one of the things that she had said before when I saw her speak at a conference was about how important it is for her that people be direct with her. So if she's doing something that is not correct, like if she's standing too close or saying something that's rude, she needs you to tell her. So you're too close to me, back up. Or that's rude, please don't say that again. And she feels like sometimes people are afraid to be direct in telling her if she's doing something that is incorrect or socially unexpected. And she was just talking about the value of how much she appreciates when people can actually just, in a very direct, not mean way, but just direct and neutral way, tell her if what she's doing is not considered to be acceptable. And so this is something that's important to understand, not just if your child has autism, but if your child is demonstrating difficulty with displaying socially acceptable behavior, it's important to have a way to just tell them that that's unexpected or not acceptable or not correct in whatever situation that you're in. So I just wanted to bring that to the forefront of your mind as we get started in today's lesson. So first, we're going to learn the concepts about expected and unexpected behaviors. Expected behaviors are the socially acceptable rules of a situation. And in contrast, unexpected behaviors are the socially unacceptable rules of a situation. Now, rules is in quotes because sometimes those rules, yes, are made up by society, but there are what are to be considered rules in various social situations that people follow. And those are what I'm referring to when we're talking about expected and unexpected behaviors. And here's the thing, they change based on the situation. So the same behavior can be expected in one situation and unexpected in another. So an example of this is yelling. If you go to a sporting event, it's expected that you're going to yell. If you're standing in your seat, standing up, waving your arms and screaming, that is okay to do in that setting. That's part of the socially acceptable rules of that setting. But if you're in a classroom or in another situation, standing up and yelling in the same way that you do at a basketball or a football game is unexpected. That is not following the socially acceptable rules of that particular situation. So here are some examples of expected and unexpected behaviors at home. Expected, doing my chores, listening to my parents, being kind to my siblings. There is a long list of what these could be, but these are just a few examples. Unexpected behaviors, not following directions, talking back to parents, fighting with siblings. Those things would be considered unexpected at home. Examples when you're out and about, okay? So this could be anywhere out in the community. It's expected to stay with an adult, to speak in a calm tone, and to listen. Unexpected behaviors would be running off on your own, screaming and yelling, or not following directions. And those are just very general examples. The truth is that everyone makes mistakes, and we all have times when we do unexpected behaviors, but we need to teach our kids that they have the power to stop an unexpected behavior and turn it around. So you see this picture of a girl screaming, and instead, once we recognize that that's unexpected or help her recognize that that's unexpected, we can turn it around and she could say instead, I need help, or talk about how she's feeling. That would be considered expected. And we have to remember that some kids are going to be able to do this on their own Some kids are going to need help recognizing that their behavior is unexpected. And some kids are going to need help with then what to do instead that it is expected. So this is how your child is learning to notice if their behavior is expected or unexpected. There's a concept called thinking with your eyes that some of your kids may have been taught in the classroom or maybe not, but it is something that you can at least teach at home. So this talks about using your eyes to notice what other people are thinking about. It's a skill that's based in theory of mind and perspective taking. So it's noticing if people are smiling or angry. Okay, so if they're smiling or angry, what might they be thinking? Are they talking to me or are they avoiding me? Are their arms crossed? What does their body language look like? And this is going to take a lot of practice for a lot of our kids to be able to master this skill or even make growth in this skill of thinking with your eyes, because it requires you to think about what someone else is thinking, which is a pretty high level skill. But it starts with just observing and noticing things about other people and not just about ourselves. And then asking yourself, after you think with your eyes and you're observing the environment around you, where am I? What are the rules? Am I following them? Meaning, am I doing expected or unexpected behaviors? And if it's unexpected, what can I do instead? So now I want to talk a little bit about how you can apply this at home. What you just learned are the concepts that are being taught or hopefully being taught in your child's classroom. And they may have learned a portion of that or all of that, but what you can do is you can help apply this at home. Even if your child has never learned about expected and unexpected behaviors at school, you can apply this at home. You can start teaching what expected and unexpected behaviors are. So here are some ways that you can either carry this over to home or teach it in your own home setting. First of all, consistent language is key. So expected behaviors, we want our children to understand that these are things that you do or say that other people think are friendly, helpful, and respectful to others, and make others feel happy, calm, comfortable, and pleased. And the results of that are that people want to hang out with me, they like me, they want to be my friend, people trust me, and people want to help me. So helping your child understand that this is what an expected behavior is, and these are the results of it, is really important. In contrast, you also want them to understand what an unexpected behavior is. So unexpected behaviors are things that you do or say that people think are unfriendly, hurtful, unusual, and or disrespectful. And it makes other people feel stressed, sad, and uncomfortable. The results of unexpected behaviors are that people don't want to hang out with you. They don't like you or want to be your friend. They don't trust you, and they maybe don't want to help you. So it's really important that we start to help our kids see that your behavior and how you act in certain situations has an impact on what other people think about you and how they then treat you or how much they want to help you or hang out with you or be your friend. So start using the language of expected and unexpected at home. If your child does something correct or expected, point it out. Say, awesome job, keeping your hands in the cart at the store is an expected behavior. So we want to see how in that example, I said the words expected behavior. Now, if your child is demonstrating something incorrect or an unexpected behavior, tell them in a neutral and consistent way. Touching things on the store shelf is an unexpected behavior. It's not mean, it's not rude, it's simply telling them that what they're doing is unexpected. And then you could take it a step further by saying an expected behavior is keeping your hands in the cart when we're at the store. So really starting to use those words in your home of expected and unexpected will be really helpful in being clear with your child about what they're doing and if it's correct or incorrect and then needs to be changed. Another thing that I recommend is explicitly teaching what is expected and unexpected in various settings at home and in the community. So remember how we talked about that expected and unexpected behaviors change based on different situations. And I gave that example of yelling. Well, some of our kids really need to know very clearly When I'm here, these are my expected behaviors. When I'm here, these are my expected behaviors. And one thing that I have done in my classroom before is we created a My Expected Behaviors reminder book for home. So this is what it looks like. This is a blank, and what you would essentially do, this resource will also be posted, is that you print this out and then you sit with your child and you talk about, okay, so what are some things that are expected in a restaurant? And you write those things down. So stay at the table, eat my food, use a quiet voice would be some of those examples. We always want to make sure we're stating expected behaviors in the terms of what they should be doing and not the absence of something. So we don't want to say, like, in a restaurant, don't run around. Don't run around is not an expected behavior. Running around is an unexpected behavior. So instead you want to say, stay in your seat. Okay, so we always want to make sure that the expected behavior is clearly stating what they should be doing and not what they should not be doing. I hope that makes sense. So then you can do different ones. So in a restaurant, in a car, on an airplane, this is a great one to have for families that travel. So there's lots of different examples of cards for this booklet. You can use whatever ones apply to you. You don't have to come up with 5 expected behaviors either. You could write down however many. You can also, if you don't have a printer, just do this on index cards and just write out different places that you guys visit frequently. And you could write down a few expected behaviors with your child. Then the best part is you put these into like a little booklet. So you can hole punch them and maybe put a little ring around them, or just even put them in a Ziploc bag. And then before you go, for example, into a restaurant, you can pull out that card and say, okay, we're about to go into the restaurant. Let's review our expected behaviors and go through them real quick. You can review them when you get into the car if you have a lot of difficulty within the car, and whatever other settings you have. So if you kind of keep them in your car, then you have a place to go back and review those with your child frequently, because they really need sometimes just a really quick 30-second reminder of their expected behaviors before you go into a setting. So you want to review those expected and unexpected behaviors frequently. And I just kind of talked about that. But before you enter new environments, whether you have them written down on cards or not, just stop and say, okay, we're going here. We're going into your aunt's house. Your expected behaviors are this. Repeat them back to me. Or if your child needs some visuals, you can make it with some picture cards. So if you need help with doing that and attaching those expected behaviors to picture icons, please reach out to your child's teacher and they can then reach out to us, and we're happy to help you guys create those cards if your child does need some visual supports with that. Also, when you leave a place, review and point out the things that your child did well with. What expected behaviors did they do a really great job with? And then you could also make a goal for what to improve on next time. So you could say, wow, you did these expected behaviors great. Next time, let's really work on this one. Another fun thing that you can do is while you're watching TV or reading books with your child, discuss character behavior. Practice classifying it as expected or unexpected. So here's a movie that lots of people love called Elf. And in the movie, Will Ferrell, who plays Buddy the Elf, does a lot of unexpected behaviors when he's in New York City that would be considered expected in the North Pole where he lives. So this is actually a really good movie where you can watch together and you can stop and pause and be like, okay, is that behavior expected or unexpected? And what he's learning essentially in this movie is how to navigate social situations in the real world versus what is in the North Pole, which is not something that is real for, or reality, I should say, for most people who live just in New York City, right? So that's a really great example of a movie, but also you can find it anywhere. Pretty much anything that you watch, there's going to be examples of expected and unexpected behaviors. So it's a good idea to just have fun with your child and talk about those things as you watch or read. If you're needing some additional assistance with behavior based on whatever's happening at home, first, we'd like you to reach out to your child's teacher and say that you need help with behavior. And then the teacher will reach out to district staff on the behavior group, like myself, and we will work with your child's teacher to set up a time where we can get on either a call or a Google Meet with you to listen to what's going on and help you brainstorm some ideas for improvement. So that's always available to you if that's something that you need help with. I hope that you enjoyed learning about expected and unexpected behaviors today. It's a fairly simple concept that is really important and is easy to carry over into your home. You really don't need any materials. All you need is being able to use that consistent language and have conversations with your child to talk about what is expected and unexpected in different situations. And it can help so much. So thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye.